and welcome to my channel, Coop's Place Crafts. This is Erin and I am on with a tutorial on how I make my Scrabble keychains. So I bring these to my show and I sell them for $1. I know it's a low price, but they're a great eye catcher. Kids are always coming and looking. People are coming and looking, and I really do enjoy making them. So I'm going to show you the supplies we're going to need, and I'm going to show you my process on how I make these. So as you can see, I have an abundance of Scrabble tiles. You can pick up Scrabble tiles on Amazon. You can get the real ones, or you can get like aftermarket. I think Hobby Lobby has them. I will link my supplies down below. So I'm going to pick out a few that we'll use. I pick up Scrabble games at thrift stores, and I have a friend who picks them up. One thing I will mention is Scrabble changed their tiles and their game. So this is an original Scrabble tile. It's kind of engraved, and then they must, like, I don't know, paint it or something, and then this is the new one, and I believe it's like laser printed. Definitely a big difference. I'm not a fan of this one, so I will use this one for my magnets and some other things. And then they also changed the trays. So the trays used to be wood. This one I need to put a little puzzle piece. The trays used to be wood, but now they are red plastic. So kind of a bummer. Let's go through the supplies we're going to need here. We're going to need keychains. This one came with the keychain and then a jump ring to attach it to our eyelet. Then we have screw-in eyelets. I prefer silver for all of my projects. I'm just a silver girl, so I do most of my things in silver. But they do sell both of these items in gold. I'm going to sneeze. Okay, I'm back. We're going to need E6000, Dremel or something equivalent with a very small bit, and some sort of a pliers or a needle nose that just helps me twist in. So let's go ahead and get started. I am going to be using the Dremel, so it might get loud for a minute. It's not super loud, but I know it can get loud. And then also, whenever you're working with E6000, it is extremely flammable and stinky, so you might want to be in a ventilated area. The Dremel also friction would heat. These will heat up really fast, and you might see it even start to burn. So just be careful and aware of that. I've done a lot of these, so I kind of know what to watch for and feel for. I would recommend, if you're just starting out, that you can even hold the tile in the pliers. It gets a little tricky doing both, but you could. I'm going to give it a try here and see. I don't usually hold it in the pliers, but I am going to for the video to show you. So you do need to be on high speed. Yeah, see, I don't think I'm going to be able to do it with the pliers. I do have arthritis in one wrist, so I get a little bit shaky. Yep, not going to be able to do it on camera. All right, let's give this a try here. So this could, this could slip and hit my finger. I've done a lot of these and I've never had one slip, but I just want to let you know to be super careful. If you can do it holding it with a pliers, go ahead. I cannot, just because of my arthritis. I'm going to give it a little bit of a try here like this. I can't hold it down here because I get too shaky. So I'm going to give this a try. Let me just make sure I'm in film here. Okay. And I just use the Dremel to kind of burrow just a little bit of a hole. You don't want to go too far. You'll crack the tile. And you also don't want to go too far because then the eyelet is not going to stay in. I do glue them, but it's still not the greatest. I'm going to do another one. I realize this is probably a little bit shaky, and you're just, if you are going to try this project, you're just going to have to get your process. Usually when I do them, I literally sit on the couch with a TV tray, watch TV and pop them. This is going to get super hot, so don't touch it. And the top of this will be hot right after you do it. You can see a little bit of smoke coming off of there. So that is that. Let's go ahead and go through how I put the glue and whatnot in. I'm just going to get a little bit of a piece of paper. Usually when I make these, I drill a bunch of them first. Then I do my glue and eyelet process. So we have 2 with holes here, just a slight little hole. And like I said, you'll get the feel for how far you need to go. Here's the 3rd one that I did earlier, and another one. Make sure they're all on the right end. I've done that before where I have upside down letters. So we'll get 4 eyelets out. So what I like to do is just put a dab of E6000 on a piece of paper. And I just take my eyelet, dip the tip into the E6000, and then I just start to thread it. I get a couple in, and then I get my little gizmo, my little needle nose, and just work it in slow. You can, if you didn't go far enough, you'll know. And if you go too far, you'll also know, because like I've done it where they just, the eyelet just pops right out. And that's that. There it is. Do another one here. Just get it started. And when I first made these, I did not glue them. I just twisted this eyelet in and thought, oh, that'll be fine. But like as you carry your keys and they jingle and jangle, and then the eyelet will come out. I always like to do little testers with myself. So I made myself one and I made my husband one, and my husband's came off first. So, because he always puts his keys in his pocket, and you know, where I toss mine in my purse. Now, with the E6000 being flammable, let's just say you did not burrow the hole far enough, but you already got a little dab of glue on there. I would not recommend trying to Dremel that again. I've never done it, but because it gets so hot and all that friction, I don't know what might happen. So I would not do it. I would just either call it a loss or figure out another plan for the Scrabble tile. And I do so much gluing that it doesn't bother me to have a little bit of this glue on my hands, but like I said, be careful, because you could get a chemical burn or something. I know my body, and I know I don't have any problems with the glue. I'll just go scrub my hands. All right, so there is that one. And we're just gonna get our keychains, if I can open this container. So this particular set comes with keychains and jump rings. I'm sure most crafters have a lot of these materials already in their stash. So this is just how I do it. You do however you do your gizmos. My hands get pretty shaky. I have arthritis in one and carpal tunnel in the other, so some days are better than others for me with these hands, but today is a pretty good day. So there it is, a nice little letter S. A little sip of coffee. E. This one, and we'll finish up with our last E, and then that is it. Like I said, I'll link these products down below. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave me a comment or shoot me an email. My email is in my bio/description. And if you're interested in purchasing any of these, let me know too. I can put them on Etsy, or we can do friends and family on PayPal. So there you have it. 4 Scrabble keychains. Super easy and super quick. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, have a wonderful day.